shareholders and lobbyists. Lobby. Yes. Who are the actual problems of our global environmental wahalas and sagas? Shareholders. That means you, I, and all of we are confused because we are drunk on the quest of return on investment. Now, let's check deep, especially in the so-called Western world, where every union, almost every religious organization, all these civil societies or non-governmental organizations are deeply in love with that blood shareholders right, where they invest on companies that give them big returns on investment regardless of the blood and the environmental destruction. And it's the hypocritical criticals that comes out. You remember in the House of Not So Common, the Senate, when they were debating whether to be or not to be the legalization of ganja, it turned out most of the senators who were critical were also secret shareholders and investors. Yes. And in Glasgow, believe it or not, for the record, my investigation in collaboration with MI5, CIA, FBI, KGB, and all the GGG proves that the men in coat and suits and the ties, the ladies in high heels and whatever, the lobbyists took over that show. So most of the grabbers that are talking, yes, lobbyists, what a profession. They work on the corridors of White House in the great United States. They work on the corridors of the House of Not So Common in Ottawa, the House of Not So Common in the UK, and the European lobbies, and of course the AU. And I love the African part of it. It is time to harness our natural resources. It's been harnessed for long. The lobbyists get to most of these African leaders because the same companies that are going to rubbish our environment in Africa, they've been doing it for the last over 500 years. And they're suffocating Africans and taking the last drop of soil to Europe, not processing Africa. So all this noise, lobbyists have been lobbied with their pocket. That's what we call white collar crime, otherwise known as corrupt. How did all those billions leave Nigeria when they talk about the 419? How did all these billions of dollars find themselves in Switzerland? Mobutu Seko Seko died. Almost all the national cake was in his name for Congo, and not penny was found. Shareholders, lobbies, civil society, and Western NGOs. At the end of the day, that trillions of dollars that will be set aside for the environment, they say, will be chopped. But let me tell you what talking about chop. Epiphany restaurant on Arrow Road and Shepherd is where I get my mental wellness through the fish soup, chicken soup, and all the great. I was blindly working, lost in my mind a week or two ago when the aroma, as I approached Epiphany, the aroma drew my attention, and I got in there. Well, I met a young, aspiring entrepreneur, CEO representing the business. Dalton, large up to you. And Dalton delicious me with the chicken soup that he recommended. No, the fish soup. And gave me a try of the small chicken bowl. I ended up to anchor. Yes, he took me back to my grandmother's kitchen It conquer via Kokofele, the Kokofeles. And you, the diaspora, not America black, America British black. You want to go to any place, Sierra Leone should be your destination. And I, as a descendant of the Kokofele and the Komala, I promise you land, but you have to come humble. We initiate you, and then we recommend you, because your DNA has always been African, so you don't need a DNA. Come and let's go to Epiphany. Make a date. Food. When you step outside of your comfort zone, you realize that we are united in food, and I love food. You know? Yeah, stop going to all those sushi, dish. How many of them come to our businesses? Support independent African owner business. Africa. Once an African, always an African.